I'm Cardiff born and bred, and I'm from Rumney, and attended Art Foundation in Howard Gardens before I went on to Fowler to study fine art. And sort of formative years in Cardiff really, spent drawing, reading comics, skateboarding, really strong sort of bond of friends and family here. So it's really important to me to come back, a bit of a homecoming, show new work, and I think the centre itself is really interesting for me because I think it might bring a new audience to my work and might bring some people who may not usually visit the centre. So I think on those levels it's really important for me. But it wasn't even an encounter with a band. I had my work featured in a Welsh language free paper called Tolwg in Cardiff that Canolfan was writing for originally, famous radio DJ. And the band just happened upon my work by chance really. The record label got in touch and I was aware of the band before that and a fan of their music, first album and an EP. So for me it was incredible to really enjoy a band's music and be asked to design the album covers. I mean it was the heady days of Britpop where bands, Poster Boys, Damon from Blur and all these people, and there was lots of photographic sleeves. So I think it was quite brave of the band to choose me and my artwork to represent them. So and music and artwork for me are just very happy bedfellows. So it seemed to make complete sense. I had a really weird, fantastic and weird experience many years ago. Uri Geller came into my life and bought a lot of artwork from me, and I was thrust into Uri's world for a while, which is a weird and wonderful place of spoon mending, sort of glass pyramids and art patronage, which he's a big patron of. He supports quite a few artists, buys quite a lot of young artists' work, so it's another complete curveball. And one of those things that happens that makes you thankful for what you do. So, you can't kind of, sometimes you can't control your work, where it goes. You do it, it goes out there, and who knows what will happen. And one day Uri Geller picks up the phone and you think it's a prank call. The next minute you know it, he's in my studio bending spoons, which actually happened. I think I've always been a collector of stuff since I was a kid. I think probably comics first, and then I suppose I'm the Star Wars generation, so Star Wars figures, I was really into those. I've got a large collection of toys. I've kind of pulled back from collecting those the last few years. Records, constant ever-growing collection, and also music equipment I collect. Sort of funny homemade things. A lot of consumer electronics, as my friend calls them, but then things that people have made, odd things like their own little effects pedals. And really one of the weirdest things I have is like a baby doll's arm about this size, that's got the sort of fist has got a plug in it, and then the socket's got a microphone. So it's like a weird little microphone, and it makes people pull faces when they see that. What on earth is that? So and owls as well. I'm really into owls, and now every birthday, every Christmas, it's owl stuff, and I have by default a huge collection of owls. I am going to open an owl museum one day. It all came about through walking in Cornwall last year really, with a paint set in my bag, and just sitting down and going, I'm going to paint the landscape, and just for that experience of sitting on a cliff or sitting in a beautiful spot on the coast and painting what you see. Because I've drawn lots of landscape drawings in my sketchbook, so it's something I did for my own personal. I didn't think about what would happen with it, even if I would like the painting. My first painting I loved. I thought, wow, I'm kind of onto something here. I just did a load of them, and had an exhibition last year in London, and people liked them and bought the paintings, which kind of cheered me up. So I'm kind of doing a lot more of those, but it's they're quite cartoon. It's kind of landscape through a cartoon filter almost. I think a lot of the artists in general that I really admire and respect, sort of people I know really, people I've seen their work develop alongside mine. And I've got a long-time collaborator with the Super Furries work since their Welsh language album Mung. It's a very good friend of mine, Mark James, who's fantastically talented record designer, record sleeve designer, illustrator. There's cardboard engineer. There's very little that he can't do, and I think he's his genius in what he does, and I've collaborated with him for years on the Superhero Animals stuff. Peter Blake, someone I always really loved, and David Hockney. And David Hockney's been a constant inspiration to me. I mean, his whole embracing of technology, the iPad work that he's done. So a lot of the pop artists I was really drawn to, because I just felt that it was kind of my generation as well. You know, you grew up with consumerism and sort of low culture, low art, which I always have a problem with. You know, comics are low art. No, they're not. It's fine. It's fine art. But those people I still very much admire. Someone like Peter Blake, this is kind of one of my heroes.